So of course I'm sitting in my car, drinking my little coffee and reading and researching and doing my due diligence before I start the day. And I saved an article that I wanted to read thoroughly to get an understanding on. And the article was about this couple that was in their 50s. One was 53, one was 58, and they've been married for years, have really good jobs. They make 6 figures a year, and they have about $1 million between their retirement and pension. And they started doing the math on what will life look like within the next 9 years, because the wife, who's 53, plans to retire at 62. And so they're starting to do the math because they're in the 10-year window where they want to start transitioning out and seeing, okay, if we have $1 million in pensions and retirement, possibly Social Security, how much are we going to be able to bring in every month and every year to just sustain our current quality of life? Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it speaks to one of the things that I talk about a lot, beyond starting and structuring a business, beyond estate planning. It's about having a personal financial plan and putting a personal financial plan together, meaning that I am doing the math on my current quality of life. How much money do I need to live to be comfortable? How much money do I want to live to be comfortable in my current quality of life, in my working years? But then I got to weigh that against my after work years. What type of life and what is the quality of that life when I'm no longer working, whether it's at a certain age or whether it's at a certain phase of my life. So to simplify this very complex conversation, because it just startles me that so many people, beyond just this one couple who are in their 50s, there are people who are in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, some people I know in their 60s and 70s who just haven't done the math. Now, if you don't know how to do the math, it just means that you have to get the right information, the right education, because nobody's really going to do this for you. So here's a couple who has $1 million in potential pensions and retirement, with the potential to even add Social Security to it. But they're starting to do the math and see that, oh, wow, this ain't gonna be enough to maintain the same level of quality that we have in our life now, because all that money we're making now, it ain't gonna be there, and the retirement is not enough. So you gotta really do the math on current quality of life, future quality of life, working years, after work years, and you got to make sure that it makes sense to you and to your future, so that you're not living up under all this stress and pressure, especially after you've worked all of these years. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you got to like multiply that by 10, because you might not even have some long-term retirement. You may not have even been able to buy into Social Security enough if you're an entrepreneur like me. So how I start my business, how I structure my business, and how I build and integrate all these factors into it plays a role in what I do every day in my working years as an entrepreneur to help make my after work years, if that's even a case, even better.